we are doing a double review for the McFarlane Digital series. Now, I picked up Batman and I picked up the Hal Jordan Green Lantern. They also had an Aquaman. I passed on that. And this is these are interesting. The whole gimmick is there's actually like a digital Build-A-Figure and some other BS that I could care really less about. But one, actually this is supposed to be the new 52 Batman, I believe, and I had passed on this. I didn't care for the colors, but I really do like these colors. And I do not have a Hal Jordan in my figure. I do not have a Hal Jordan figure in my collection. The only Hal Jordan they put out was in a blasted 2-pack with the Dawnbreaker, which I already owned. So, now I've got a Hal... Well, and that Parallax, but we don't talk about that. But now I do have a Hal Jordan Green Lantern. I get a really interesting looking Batman. We're doing a double review, because I was kind of feeling, you know, a little both brave and bold. Get it? The brave and the bold? Yeah, you gotta be a DC Comics fan, I guess. If you got that joke, leave a comment and leave a like. Come on. And if you're new here, hit that subscribe button, because we are that much closer to 500. I don't think I beg enough for it, you know? I ask for it at the end, but I never actually beg enough for subscribes. Anyway, who cares about this? Let's talk toys. So looking at Batman first. Well, let's put it this way. It's been a hot minute since I've handled a McFarlane figure. In fact, I think the last McFarlane figure I've handled for this channel, and I think the last one I bought in general, was the Catwoman figure. You know, link above for that one. Which was, I enjoyed that figure. Also, the figure I had before that was the other Catwoman figure, which I didn't care for as much. And it literally, since that time, since that review, I have not bought one of these. And after messing with this one, unless that Hal Jordan figure is that much better, I think I'm done with Todd. I mean, he has some really cool concepts. I admit I still kind of want that Bane figure of his, but to get this semi-awkward pose because of these ankles, I could barely do it. These guys can barely stand as I get them. But look, the feet are not flat. It's very difficult to get that. I mean, there's the details he puts on his figures are nice, but I can't do basic posing, which drives me nuts. I mean, articulation, and this is probably going to be with both of them. You know, T-pose, got our butterfly joint, yeah, a little bit of a butterfly joint, little bit of an ab crunch. I mean, the only way I've ever been able to get ab crunches out of these guys, really, is to hit it with a Dremel. So, all the joints are pinned, which is crazy in this day and age. You'd think he'd start adopting some pinless designs. This is a $25 figure, guys. So now we get some things for that $25 that makes me happy. Don't get me wrong. Of course, we get our patented DC Digital display stand. Yay! Try to peg that in there real quick. And look, you can just see. I try to get it in there. I try to get him to stand. I can't. It's frankly, it's awkward. I'm doing this live. This is Jada Toys. This is not, if you know what I'm saying. And I try to get this in here. What? I can't even tell you what's going on here, but his foot's floating. Accessories, we get extra hands. He does get a trigger hand, because, you know, Batman's all that gunning. Actually, no, the trigger hand is for two things. One, this really overly painted grappling hook, which, yeah, these hooks remind me of I think I've seen better weapons from Joe's as far as being straight. And this fits in there, but it's oversized for this hand. This is like comically large, I'm sorry. And a comically large Batarang, which I guess kind of works, but no. So we get the hand here that can hold a weapon that's too large for it. And we also, whoops, get back here. And we get another fist hand. So at least we can get some symmetry with that. Though I don't hate this open hand. And we also get a Bruce Wayne head, which is decent enough. I'll say that. I like the hair sculpt on there. And it looks decent enough after the head swap. I'll be honest, I think I would have rather have had you know, one fist hand and maybe the trigger, maybe the batarang holding hand, or if not that, at least the gesturing hand, 2 fist hands, and something to go behind the cloak to make it look like his cowl was pulled down, just to kind of keep that immersion. But man, he looks like he's just getting ready to pucker up to Catwoman with those lips. You know, you compare that to the art card here, which is much more sharp. This is not. And you get your digital, with both of these, by the way, we get our official digital card where I scratch this off, and I guess I can download some kind of graphic part and get part of the Build-A-Figure. I'm probably throwing these guys up for into a sale group when this is all said and done. But as you can see, I mean, look, I'm trying to get him here, and that ankle just doesn't want to hold. It just looks awkward. Alright, let's talk Green Lantern. So of the two, I'll say I like Hal better. I'll go with that. Presentation's better. While all steel pinned, it doesn't look as blatant because it's all the same plastic. It's an interesting hard plastic we've got here. Articulation's still about the same. Seem to have a little bit more ab crunch on this, which is nice. You know, have him look up. I can get a decent flight pose out of him, which is pretty good. Get that over here. There you go. Get a decent flight pose out of him, which is nice. I kind of wish he came with a flight stand, to be honest. I think all the Green Lanterns should have come with flight stands. Yeah. This is definitely, of the two, much better. It's not saying so much, but it's better. And the reason I say that, again, oh yeah, useless toe joints, gotta love him. He does stand naturally easier, which is good. Butterfly joints, decent. Accessory count's better. We get 2 of these energy fists, which isn't really a Hal Jordan thing, to be honest. He was always more of using constructs, flying boxing gloves, and things, you know, things like that. I really don't see him doing as much of flying around with his fists charged up. I think that was definitely more of a parallax thing. Also, you can see I'm putting this in here. It holds in there okay, but it's still pretty loose. This is just not a Hal Jordan thing, if that makes sense. These fireballs would look really good with that upcoming Starfire. I'll say that. I bet that would look really good for her. He also has 2 other hands. He's got a holding hand and a stop right there, I gotta know right now kind of hand. The wrist pegs are okay. The ankles here are better. Definitely, the ankles here are much better. In fact, I need to point that out. Bring Batman back here. Batman are on these ball pegs right here. Twist and shout. They don't really ever straighten upright unless you really take some time to it. The boots here is a much more conventional ball peg where it's got detents to it. It can swivel on there. It's just much thicker, which looks like not only part of the boot, but gives much better stability. I think that's why I'm liking him better. We got the soft plastic diaper on here, which is okay. Just it's a slightly different green, and I get why they do that. Still no thigh swivels on these guys, which drives me nuts. Then we also have, I mentioned we've got the holding hand here, and he has a Green Lantern. You know, a power battery to charge himself up. Except this is really thick, and I'm having trouble actually getting his hand to go in there. I mean, yeah, I could probably heat that up with a hairdryer or hot water, but like right out of the box, come on, man. These were not calibrated right at all. I mean, this looks cool, and I bet if I put it on LED, it would look really, really sharp, which is nice. But as you can see from my main handling it, the handle's already kind of warped on it. So, of these 2, yeah. And then, of course, take the energy off there. He does have a sculpted on ring, which that I do. That is sculpted on, right? Yeah, he does have a sculpted on ring, which that would have been a crime if that was painted on, to be honest. I wonder if this is the same body they used for Booster Gold. I honestly don't know. I haven't picked up many of those. But this definitely conveys the spirit of Green Lantern very well. And so with that, I'll give him a pass. So, yeah, in conclusion, Batman here disappointed the heck out of me. Todd's going to be cranking Batmans out every single wave. His exact words are, Batman sells. I totally get it. That's where the money is. I passed on this Batman before. There was something about these colors that made me think, okay, I'll give this guy a try again. Yeah, I was not happy. I think I did a short on the last Batman I bought, which may have been the not the Nightfall one. May have been the Hush Batman, but like it had that sculpted on cape I really didn't care for. Plus, they keep giving these weak-ass ankles that just makes it next to impossible to get not only a decent standing pose, just any kind of dynamic pose out of him, which is a pain in the ass, to be honest. Now that year one with the soft goods cape, that's going in the right direction. If this had a soft goods cape to kind of drape over things and let me do like kneeling poses and stuff, yeah, I didn't do much of that because, oh, look at these stupid feet on here. You can't kneel because that damn cape's in the way. So, yeah, that's my thought on Batman. Hal Jordan, on the other hand, I can recommend. You know, if you're a big Green Lantern, if you're a Green Lantern fan and there's not much really good representation for him out, I mean, there's like 3 or 4 Kyle Rayner figures out right now. Hell, Sinestro's got 2 figures out. Dawnbreaker had 2 releases. This is our second Hal Jordan, and this is the third Hal Jordan, but this is our second Hal Jordan as a Green Lantern, and even then it's a solo release. I can at least recommend him. I'm having utter buyer's regret, though, on these guys. I'm going to admit it right now. So I think I am officially done with Todd's DC line, unless something incredibly innovative comes out, or you know, something like an ultra posable Nightwing or ultra posable Red Hood, which isn't going to happen because he won't have his guns anyway. That's a whole different conversation. So yeah, that's my thoughts right here. Disappointing Batman, decent Hal Jordan. Let me know your thoughts below. If you agree with this, give it a like. If you disagree with this, give it a like as well. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button. Check out some of the older videos. Stay around for some of the new ones. I just was trying to take a break from the G.I. Joes and stuff, and I think it's time for me to actually reconsider some of my collecting habits and possibly make some room, because I was liking the Todd line. I really was. I love the dark metal stuff, but I'm getting too much of this and not enough this, if you know what I'm saying, and with that, it's not really worth my money or my investment. So, but that's me. Again, let me know some of your thoughts down below, and most importantly, as always, until next time, take care. Peace.